Okay. Hello, Ace Wilder.
Hello.
We're here in your whatever canopy or whatever this is
My
called.
little tent area of important things happening in the background area. I don't know.
Right. Starting at the very beginning, can you tell us a bit about your background in music and how you came to have it as a career?
Well, I've always loved singing, but unfortunately my talent was dancing.
Mm-hmm.
So dancing was my way of getting into the business.
Wait, is it unfortunately?
Well, it wasn't really like the thing that it wasn't my driving force, but I happened to be really good at it. So it got me. Dancing was the way I opened my doors. After a while, I realized, well, I just want to be the artist and I want to write songs. So I started writing songs, and I got a publisher, and I really focused on doing that for a while. And I think like maybe 3 years ago, I was like, no, that's it. I gotta be the artist. I can't do this. I can't breathe. And that's what I focused on. And did that.
So did you start in Sweden or did you start in the States? Because we know you have a bit of back and forth between those two places.
I started competing in dance in the States. And at that point, I really hadn't started with the singing yet. Like, I knew I wanted to be an artist, but I didn't really know how to get there. So I focused on the dancing. I injured my foot coming back to Sweden, so I had to quit. The whole idea of, like, I never wanted to be a dancer, but I was like, if I have to, I'll work as a dancer. But I had a foot injury that wouldn't heal, and I found street dance, which isn't as hard on the body. And I did that for a while, and then I ended up in a girl group.
You were in a girl group?
We never made it anywhere, but we were girls in a group. And we rehearsed, and that's kind of how we found our manager.
Okay.
Got the ball rolling.
Well, speaking of dancing, so you've had dancers for Busy Doing Nothing, and now you have dancers for Don't Worry as well. And a lot of the Melodifestivalen dancers, it's sort of the same faces recycled, but your dancers are always new. So where do you get your dancers from?
Well,
not to make them into objects, but
well, they are. No, I love finding new talent. I love seeing potential. I love seeing people with more than just talent. They have it. Sort of like people that bring more to the show than just the dancing. So I worked very closely with Lito who's my choreographer. And I was like, just find me interesting people. Characters. Because as we all, or maybe people don't always think about this, but we're not always on stage. We hang as well off stage, and we got to sit and spend a lot of time together. And I always want people that's going to bring an energy to the group. And so we did that. He went looking and searching, and we sat there. We met them all, and we chose 4 that we really, really loved.
well, they're fantastic.
I know, I love them.
And then for, in comparing the two numbers, there were male dancers back in 2014 and now it's female. So what was the thinking process behind that?
The male thing that happened 2 years ago was the fact that Lito, who I trusted more, I mean, he's like a brother to me. I was like, okay, you need to choreograph my number and you need to stand on stage with me. And then I had another friend who was Isse, one of the dancers, and I was like, okay, we'll just take 2 more guys and then we'll just be. So it was kind of like, well, I want family there, so I'm going to do it with you guys. This time around, I was like, because I kept getting the comment on, like, oh, well, you were cool because you had guy dancers. And I was like, oh, excuse me. That's not how it goes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so this time I was like, no, I'm going to do it with girls. That's a very weird sentence. I meant I'm going to have the girls on stage with me.
Right. Well, they're all, I mean, both sets of dancers were fantastic. It wasn't meant to be one or the other, just different artistic visions, of course. So, this one has a little bit more glamour in it. Was that because of the song, or is that where you're headed sort of in style-wise?
No, the thing is that 2014, when I first appeared on the scene, I was into what I was wearing at that time. That's what I liked to wear. That was something that I loved at the time, and just, this is me. Now it's 2 years later, and I love fashion. I love vintage clothing, and I'm all into, like, I'm not always in boy clothes or street gear or whatever. I also have like a feminine side. And that's what's inspiring me right now.
And we talked a little bit in other interviews that we've done together about your visual side of your artistry. So was that something that you always knew was going to be really important to your art, or is it something that you grew into more as you went on? Or?
No, I mean, when I started, I didn't know what was what, and I didn't know what was doing what, and what was my job in this whole thing, and everyone was like, no, we know what's right, and, you know, people kept controlling me a lot more than I liked. And now I really, really enjoy this process. Like, I love being part of it, and I love doing this, and I love clothes, and I love the visual side, and I love pictures. So I wouldn't let anybody do that for me now. Like, not even a little bit.
Right. So why do you not have more music videos for your songs? Because there's so much going on in the production and the instrumentation and everything that it really lends itself well to interpreting that visually, or at least it sounds like it would, except we never get a visual with it.
No, you know, music videos in Sweden, they're not really prioritized. It's not like a big thing here. We don't have a channel that keeps playing the music videos. We have YouTube, but you have to actively go on YouTube and search for the artist. So they're not really prioritized.
Have you ever thought about just
Prioritizing
saying screw it, and just...
It's funny that you mentioned this because I've been talking to my brother who's into video production. So we might fix this problem.
I mean, you really should, because it's really good.
You really should.
It's really good promotion, though, because there's a lot of fans who go online and if they find something that sounds good but also looks really good too, and especially because you're such a visual artist, it just seems like a no-brainer that you would have.
Yeah, well, I'm working on it, and it's really interesting that you're
videos.
saying this, because this has been like an ongoing discussion with my people. So hopefully my brother will step in and take charge and fix it.
You could also outsource it, like get some Eastern Europeaners, because if you check out their industry, they've got very visual.
Or Koreans. My God, Japan. Good stuff. We can't even compete with those kind of videos. It's like, oh, amazing.
It doesn't mean you shouldn't try.
No, I know.
And then we noticed you've got some very nice jewelry on right now that seems to be very socially oriented. Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
Well, the thing is, I'm not very, very political when I talk or like this. I don't really like to express a lot of political opinions. And this just kind of felt like it speaks for itself. I had girl dancers. I work with a girl manager. I have girls at the labels. I mean, most people around me are girls. And I just really, really want to support that by saying that, no, we do it better.
And then you got the diversity as well.
On the diversity, that's also an important thing. It's interesting because I got the comment like, oh, last time you had 3 black dancers. And at the time, people were saying, you can't have 3 black dancers. People aren't going to vote for that. Yeah, no, and this is, I'm not really allowed to say this, but...
Don't say it. You make your own rules. You're Ace Wilder. You do what you do.
That's right. But that's what I kept hearing. And I was like, well, fuck that. If I can't have them, I'm not doing it.
Wow, good for you.
And, you know, yeah, they're my, like, people. Like, I can't, not my people, but...
No, I know what you mean, of course.
Yeah, my family. I don't want to do it without them. And then this time I had girls, and they were also commenting now on the fact that, oh, there's only one white girl. Yeah. And I was like...
You're the white girl.
Yeah. No, but it's always interesting how that becomes an issue. Yeah, they're dancers, and they happen to be really good. What does it matter? You know, and they're like, well, maybe you're trying to say something. I would say something. If Lito would have come to me with 4 white girls, I'd be like, really? In the whole dance world, there's only 4 white girls? No. I mean, then I would have put my foot down. But these are just like the dancers that we thought were the best.
Oh, they're brilliant.
Yeah.
Not to make it personal, but I partied with these girls, and you know.
Yeah.
It's good stuff on that dance floor. So some fans have been pestering me for the fact that I haven't asked you in the other interviews whether or not you have new music coming out soon.
I do, actually. I've had some time now to work on that, and I've been inspired by lots of different things, so I'm working on it, and it's stuff that I really, really like I love.
Oh my gosh.
I know, I'm dying.
Getting so excited just thinking about it.
No, it was so funny because I was rehearsing for my upcoming tour, and I have a song in there that's pretty new. And I got goosebumps. I was like, oh, this is so good. Oh, God. So I'm looking forward to that.
So how did you come to realize that genre blending was going to be basically one of the pillars of what you do?
It's my personality. I'm like that with clothes. I'm like that with... Oh, that looks weird. I'm like that with everything. My food. I just don't stick to one thing. I love all sorts of stuff. And I think someone said that about my stage clothes. Like, oh, you're mixing all sorts of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but as long as it looks good,
yeah,
what does it matter? But so that's what I do with my music too.
So with your fashion sense and all of that, was that something that you were already doing even before you were your own artist doing music, or is it sort of catalyzed it even further?
Oh no, I mean the clothes, that's always been my number one priority. I don't know why, it just triggers me, and I think I get it from my mom, and my younger brother has the same thing. It's like, it's not the clothes per se, it's what the clothes can say. That really does it for me. It's like vintage clothing, secondhand, like you walk in there, you don't know what you're gonna find. You're like, yeah, I wonder who wore this. It's probably some regal, I don't know, person who had lots of sex toys. I mean, who knows? But I love the idea. Like, I was wearing that outfit yesterday with the glitter, and I was like, oh my God, I can just imagine some fabulous person sitting in this outfit, and I'm just soaking in the energy.
That's amazing. So have you ever, I know that you're really busy with doing your music and everything, but being that you have this interest in fashion, have you ever thought about having your own fashion line or anything, even just a jewelry line or whatever it is, or
I'm
anything?
Starting a blog, a vintage blog.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be coming out. We're going to try to get it out like this week, but because of time.
Oh, you're busy.
Yeah, it's a little stressful this week. But I've been working on that, and that's something that I'm just going to put, like, all the time I don't put on music, I'm going to put on that, because that's also, I just love it.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people would love to dress like Ace Wilder.
Hi.
And then, are we almost out of time? Okay, so we'll end on one thing. Do you want to maybe give a quick tutorial on like maybe one of the moves from your routine, so then when all your fans are out at the clubs partying and they want to dance like Ace Wilder, then you say like, you do this move, and then you're doing it like Ace Wilder?
Well, I have a lot of good moves, I gotta say.
We know you do.
Stop. But there's one, the snap.
Okay.
The snap is very important. That's what brings you the energy of the dance floor. The snap.
Okay.
I mean, I can't really show you. It's just, you gotta snap and you gotta look people in the eye.
Good stuff.
See? Hi, I'm Ace Wilder, and you're watching museled.com.